Good for you.
Okay. Jalen, just starting preparation for Washington State this week. What are some things that they do well?
They have a very good defense. I think this is probably going to be one of the best backfield groups that we see. When in terms of secondary, they got two good corners. They have two good safeties. So it's going to be a good matchup for this week. But we got to just trust in the game plan, what Kirby has to do, and just trust in everything we've done all season.
Fresh off the Mountain West Championship win, how long do you guys allow yourselves to celebrate and then obviously get back to work knowing that you had this bowl game a few weeks ahead of you?
We usually have a 48-hour rule, but championships are different. That's definitely something where we've been working since January for it. Being able to know that all our hard work paid off last Saturday is definitely something that we take into consideration. But I feel like it's definitely still a 48-hour rule. But obviously to be able to tell people we're champs instead of we just won last week. Be able to have that champ in front of our name. I think that's definitely something different.
And looking forward to the bowl game, obviously the Red Wave was already sold out. The tickets that they were allotted, they had to ask for more. What does it mean to you that this team, these fans, travel well and they only have to go 3.5 hours to see you guys play this bowl game?
It means a lot, just to have them. When we come here, they're a very good presence. We feel that. We had I want to say 37,000 total. In average. So just knowing that they travel good. Seeing the fans at Boise, that's definitely a place where that we're the away team, and it's usually hard playing there. But to have our fans out there screaming, knowing that when we make big plays, you can hear the roar still in the stadium. That's definitely big for us because momentum is a big part in the game, and being able to hear that from the crowd and stuff like that, it gets us very fired up.
Jalen, I know you kind of touched upon it there, but your Mountain West champs are obviously riding a huge win streak. What would it mean to win 10 games, right? 10 looks better than 9, obviously, and you guys will be, remembered as one of the best teams in program history either way. But what would it mean to you to win 10 games?
It'll definitely mean a lot. We had our team meeting this morning, and Coach Teffer told us that if we were to win that 10th game, we would have been the first ever to go 1-4 and come out with the 10-win season. So, just everything that we've done, the hard work that we put in the weight room, on and off the field, I think that's definitely something that, we feel like, why we're here, and I feel like, everybody's bought into, what we wanted to do this season. And, we had all our goals in front of us, and we made sure that we checked off all the boxes.
A lot of reflection for you, obviously, not just this season, but certainly in the last few weeks. And we asked you before the Wyoming game, your decision for this season to be your last. Now having won a conference championship, does that cement your decision to say, I'm comfortable leaving with a year left with everything we've accomplished?
I would say so. I've had very long talks with my mom, my dad, especially my trainer. I think that's definitely something that, when I'm able to talk to my mentors and talk to people that, have guided me through everything that I've been through, I think just, hearing their 2 cents, I think that's definitely something where, I felt like, the time is now. And I feel like, everything that I've done, I know that, I had the week of the championship, I had, questions asked about, submitting my legacy. And I feel like, being able to win a championship here is definitely something, that's I feel like, had put a stamp on something for my name. Being from out here, watching all Bulldog football, and then coming through the program and putting the championship on my name, I think that's definitely something where I feel like, I've just been checking off these boxes.
You win a championship, and in the process, you got the 36 yards that you needed, right? Or I guess 16 yards that you needed to get to 1,000 for the season. Was that important to you, and did it mean more doing it in the championship game?
Yeah, it was important. It's definitely something, just a milestone for myself. There's certain goals that I wrote for myself going into the season, and a 1,000-yard receiver was one of them. And I feel like, being there, I had the right people around me. I had the right quarterback to do it. I had, a great coaching staff, a great team, a great offense, and great, receivers in the receiver room to push me every day. And I feel like, that's definitely why, it meant a lot to me, just knowing that, all the hard work paid off.
Has it hit you yet that you're about to play your last game in college?
Not yet. I just talked to Mims about it a couple of days ago, just knowing that, this is, the last week of college football. So, just trying to take it all in, everything that we've been doing, all the memories that I'm trying to make. And, next week with the bowl game, just make some more memories, go out with a bang.
anything in particular that you want to accomplish or want to experience your last week as a college football player?
Just to get that 10th win. I feel like, put another ring on our finger, adding another bowl game win for us. I think that's just something that, just adding to, all of our legacy, everything that we've done here and everything that Coach Teffer, wrote down for us as a goal from the beginning of the season.
What has preparation been like this week, getting ready for the bowl game?
Just like every other week, truthfully. It's another game that we have to play. We want to get our 10th win, and against another great opponent, Pac-12, and it's Washington State. So it's been just like every other week.
Looking ahead to Washington State, what are some things that they do well?
We just actually started watching film on them today, but we know they have, a lot of great talent, on their defensive side. At least that's what I've seen. But we just started today.
And what would it mean to you to go out as a Bulldog getting this bowl game and then just capping off the Mountain West Championship and everything overall?
From the start of the year being 1-4 and, us on this, win streak that we have and, winning our championship, and we want to get this 10th win and win our bowl game. And I feel like exactly that, like our, the beginning of the season showed, the perseverance that we had to overcome, what we went through, and, it'd be the world to us, I feel like.
And what does it say about the seniors, the leaders of this team, just really taking control and bringing you guys to, 8 straight victories and really turning the page on that season?
Really just staying together every day. We wanted to leave the seniors, leave them with a bang. So it was good to, obviously win the championship, and here we get another chance to win, another, essentially a 10th win for us, which is huge.
Jordan, have you thought about the fact that you're about to play your last game in college?
No, it still hasn't hit me. Like even, playing in the championship, game, it really hasn't truly hit me. I don't know. Like I know when that last play, the last game, and then having to wake up and that next Monday and that week is just gonna feel a little different, just because this is all I've been used to for the past few years.
You came back to be RB1. You came back to be a champion. You accomplished both those goals. Have you been able to enjoy the ride along the way? I think I've asked you that like 3 times this year. But now that you're a conference champ, you guys are on an 8-game winning streak.
Sure.
How much of it have you been able to enjoy?
Probably all of it. I just take it in, and just being grateful for the opportunity for me to come back and be our starting running back and accomplish these things feels great.
Walking down that ramp, I guess jogging down that ramp against Wyoming, the feeling that you had then, do you still have that feeling now of, playing in front of family and friends for the last couple of games here?
No, yeah, for sure. I still, remember just my family being down there, and, I didn't want to obviously get emotional and stuff like that. We had a game to play, but it just felt like a surreal moment that, this is kind of all I've known for the past few years.
We're probably making a bigger deal of this than you guys are, but you're playing in your second NFL stadium this season. Is that a big deal to you?
It's pretty cool. I wouldn't say it's a huge deal, but it's pretty cool to get the experience, to play such a nice stadium like SoFi, and then, earlier this year, Allegiant.
Can you compare the two? I mean, you watched it on TV, right? You watched Raiders or Rams?
I actually been to SoFi. I watched the Arizona game last year when they played Arizona there. It's a dope stadium. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Cool. That's all I got.
Appreciate it.
All right, Evan, bowl week, obviously, what are some things that Washington State does well?
I mean, they definitely spread you out and, force you to make open field tackles. Their quarterback is real elusive. He's been a problem for a lot of teams. I got to watch my brother play Washington State, so I just know the problems that they create. But as I said, their quarterback's elusive, likes to get it to playmakers in space and let them create. So it really forces your defense to play, perfect, real sound football, making tackles in the open field and stuff like that. So, coming into this week, we got to just harp on the details, get those down, and, hopefully we'll be able to stop that attack.
Has your brother given you any advice, any insider information that he knows from facing them a few
Yeah,
times?
not yet. I got to text him, this weekend to hopefully he got some pointers for me to pick up on. Hopefully I could get my first pick of the season, man. But yeah, I'll have to text or call him this weekend to try to get some.
Coming off the Mountain West Championship win, how long do you guys allow yourselves to celebrate that and enjoy it, and then it's back to work getting ready for the bowl game?
Yeah, normally we have a 48-hour rule where, celebrate for whatever, 48 hours and dump it. Probably had a little longer than 48 hours for this one. It was pretty exciting, so bringing that championship home. So, I think we've gotten all the celebration out, though. What has it been, a week or about, since then. So, definitely celebrate all wins. That's one of our mottos, and especially a win like that, you gotta celebrate it. But I mean, at the end of the day, we have another week, another opportunity to challenge ourselves and face a great opponent, and trying to end the season on the right note, come out with 10 wins, and I mean, we just got to be chase perfection every time we're out here.
And what would that mean to you to obviously start off 1-4 and have the opportunity to have a 10-win season?
I mean, that would be ridiculous. I heard Coach Tedford said in the meeting that we would be the first college football team ever to start 1-4 and then come out with 10 wins. I don't know the authenticity of that, but just that opportunity. I mean, you love those challenges. I mean, from being counted out at 1-4 to having a chance to bring this program to 10 wins, it's awesome for us, and I think the guys are ready for that challenge too.
And for you in particular, obviously to overcome the injury, get back to it, you guys are on this 8-game win streak, to even just play in a bowl game and play Washington State, just what does that feel like for you?
I mean, I'm grateful. You got to be grateful for, all the challenges, even, the ones you don't appreciate, the ones that seem to take you off your path that you created in your mind. I'm just grateful for the opportunity. Every week that we get to come out here, there's a bunch of teams that are at home right now and don't get to go to a bowl game and are done with football for the year. So, every day out here with the teammates, I like to call them my family just because, we're around each other all the time. But yeah, every chance we get to come out here and just prove ourselves and challenge ourselves and get better. You got to be grateful for it and just thankful for all this game has given us.
A short trip to SoFi. Obviously, the Red Wave traveled well to Allegiant. It sounded louder in there from them than it did the Rebels fans. Just what are you expecting from them? I know obviously they've already sold out their section of tickets. They had to ask for more. Just what does it mean to know that they travel so well and support you guys even on the road?
No, I mean, it's awesome knowing that you have the community at your back like that they're willing to, support you wherever you go. I'm pretty sure when we went to Boise, there's a huge, Fresno State, section. They're all up there getting rowdy. I'm hearing Fresno State chants, in the third quarter. But just to know you have that, the whole community at your back at any given moment, even when you're not doing so well, for them to support you even in your lowest times, it means the world for us. And, every time we step on that field, we know we have that responsibility of, being the pride of the Valley. And we don't take that responsibility lightly. We appreciate every opportunity we get to come out here and just show out in front of all of Fresno. And, I mean, that support definitely pushes us to be great every week.
A couple of weeks ago, you weren't sure if this was going to be your last season at Fresno State.
Yeah.
Having won a championship, are you leaning a certain way now?
I couldn't tell you, honestly. I know you're trying to get it out of me, but I couldn't even say for myself. I mean, it definitely helps, to win a championship, accomplishing that goal. That's definitely an awesome feeling. But yeah, I still feel like there's a lot of factors I gotta, go over, a lot of talks I gotta have, with my family and stuff. I mean, I still haven't been able to really sit down with my family since, our bye week, or I didn't even get to go to my bye week because I was doing rehab. But I think going home and, taking a week off of football, off of all this practice will definitely help, to get my mind straight. And hopefully I'll be, clear-minded and able to make my decision then.
Do you think the outcome of the bowl game is going to have any impact on that?
I
mean, if you guys finish with 10 wins and go from 1-4 to 10-4 conference champs, would that be I feel comfortable leaving on a high note now, or I want to come back and run it back?
I mean, it's definitely adding to your legacy. That feels great. If we were able to come out with 10 wins, that's definitely going to feel, or I'll definitely feel better if I choose to leave. Just being able to leave on the right note, to do what I wanted to for this program. But I mean, like you mentioned, might want to run it back type deal. There's pros and cons to each path that I take, and I'm kind of starting to understand that, and just I feel like in a little bit I'll be able to weigh some of those, and I'll be more comfortable with where I stand.
There's no rush, but are you giving yourself a deadline when you want to make this decision?
Honestly, I I've just put it off. I feel like I'm procrastinating with the decision a little bit just because, I don't want it to, get in the way of my preparation for the game or, finals week is coming up too. I've kind of just been focused on handling business a little bit. So I can't say that I got a deadline yet. It would probably be within, a couple weeks of after this bowl game. I'll probably feel more comfortable with where I'm at.
Gotcha. And then I just have one last question for you. I asked you after the game on Saturday about playing at SoFi when we thought it was going to happen, but it wasn't official yet.
Yeah.
Now knowing you're playing in your second NFL stadium this year, is that a big deal to you?
I mean, it's awesome. Anytime you get to go into that environment, with that stage, I've heard it's huge. And I mean, I've never been, but I was watching the Raiders game yesterday, and I was seeing it. I mean, it looks ridiculous. So, yeah, I mean, every time you're on that stage, just as a competitor, you love playing in front of, as many people as you can. But yeah, that stage and that environment, I know the team's psyched, and I know they're gonna have some cool stuff for us as well for that whole week that we're there too. So it's definitely gonna be a fun deal, and I think a lot of the guys are excited for it too.